Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today for voting video number 303 in the incredible Mandela Effect voting video series. Before I get into this one, I wanted to mention there's going to be some channel updates. This is going to be really quick, so stick with me till the end. Possible live stream maybe tonight. Anyway, today we're going to be discussing Selsum Blue. Always Selsum Blue for me. I want to start with this kid here. This innocent kid. It's interesting what happens here in this video. So let's look at this here.
I don't think I won't be editing it. Yeah, I'm not going to edit it. But I'm going to put the website and I'm going to shower use that Selsum Blue. I'm going to show you guys what the bottle looks like. Again. This is what it looks like. Oh, I thought it was Selsum. It's Selsum Blue.
Oh, I thought it was Selsum. It's Selsum Blue. Clearly saying Selsum, not Selsun. Let's hear that again. So I think that's interesting. When the kid looks at the front of the bottle, they realize they said Delsum. So they correct themselves and they say Selsum. But it's clearly Selsun. Let's listen to that.
I'm going to shower use that Selsum Blue. I'm going to show you guys what the bottle looks like. Again. This is what it looks like. Oh, I thought it was Selsum. It's Selsum Blue. It's Selsum Blue.
So that's pretty clear. She's looking at the bottle and she sees Selsum Blue. So I think that's interesting. I've seen that many times in my Mandela Effect research over the last few years, where someone will look at a bottle and they'll say what we all remember. Not all of us, but what many of us remember. And then it clearly says something else on the bottle. Or I have people standing in front of Chuck E. Cheese's and they say, hey, we're here at Chuck E. Cheese. And it says cheeses right there in front of them. But I don't know. I think they really don't see the apostrophe S up there. But anyway, moving along. We have lots of examples of Selsum Blue in newspapers. Thumb this video up if you recall Selsum Blue. It's always been Selsun Blue, like you can see there in the image. Let's go ahead and go into this one. Louisville, Kentucky. 1988 newspaper. You got the Centrum vitamins. Vicks, NyQuil. And Selsum Blue shampoo with Selsun all over the bottles. If it's always been Selsun for you, thumb down this video. Go ahead and thumb up the video if it's always been Selsum like it has for myself. Now, a lot of people like to say, oh, well, these are just mistakes in the newspapers, which is a possibility. You know, a lot of people make mistakes. Our memories are definitely fallible. You know, maybe this is confabulation here. Maybe in Illinois here, 1979, on February 14th, when, you know, before this newspaper came out, someone had confabulation. Oh, not here. No confabulation here, everyone. Moving along. Anderson, Indiana, maybe a little confabulation here. 1976, July 8th. Could we had some confabulation? That's what science likes to tell us is going on here with this incredible phenomenon. One of the biggest things to hit in human history, in my opinion, and some people could give a damn. They could just care less. I got to tell you what happened on Facebook recently. You know, I'm going to say that to the end. Stick with me here, everybody. Selsum Blue. Here it is. 1976 on February 25th in Pennsylvania. A little confabulation, maybe? I don't know. Fat finger mistake? I don't know. Here's 1974 in Iowa. I mean, come on. Just be a little open-minded here. For those of you who just get triggered at this type of stuff and you can't handle the fact that this newspaper, 1976, the Cumberland Evening Times, says Selsum Blue shampoo. Now, we're seeing Selsun Blue, which you should see because that's always been the name of it. But here you go. Here's realities crossing over, everybody. Merging. We got a Selsum Blue newspaper, Selsum Blue. That's why we see the actors remembering what they said originally, which we remember them saying originally, but it's not that now. But many actors remember their famous lines the way we do. How is that possible? Here's Selsum Blue, 1974, Cincinnati Enquirer. Selsum Blue shampoo. I mean, we've seen a lot of 70s newspapers here. Here's a 1990 newspaper, Selsum Blue shampoo in Texas. I mean, come on. How can you have so many mistakes in the newspapers? This is just the possibility of this happening. And we see this with so many Mandela effects. This is just mind-blowing. It's still mind-blowing after 3 years. Let me finish this up here. I have a lot to say, actually, because I haven't been talking about this. I saw a shirt that says, if you don't want to discuss the Mandela effect, then please don't talk to me. Oh, man, I gotta get some shirts. I'm about to show you a shirt here in a minute that made me feel really good. So anyway, we have some books. Here's Selsum Blue with the little trademark symbol. So here's some books with the way I remember it. Here's a Yahoo Answers. These are interesting. A lot of times these are from like 10, 12 years ago. Here's one from 10 years ago. Selsum Blue to get rid of dandruff. #1 answer, any shampoo will work best with repeated use. And Selsum Blue is pretty good. So, thinking about the live stream, mentioned that already. Let me know if you want to discuss that. I think that everyone can experience the Mandela effect. I don't believe that there was like 100,000 of us and our consciousness just got shifted over here. We just shifted over here from a parallel universe, and now we're here with everyone else who doesn't have any of the old memories. That's not my experience. Almost everyone has one of the old memories. Even my cousin, who blew my mind a couple of years ago camping, he remembered all the new stuff, and I was like, wow, man. You're kind of blowing my mind right now here by the campfire. And then he said, well, I got to check the Curious George because I kind of remember a tale. So there was at least that one for him, right? Yeah, the theories, I've just been going round and round. Everything's on the table still. That's the crazy part. Everything's still on the table. So I wanted to show you this. Some girl made a t-shirt with this on the t-shirt. I would love to have this t-shirt. I got to figure out how to get this t-shirt. This made me feel so good. So I put it on Facebook. I have like 250 friends on Facebook. And 2 people responded that I have discussed the Mandela effect with before. One of them, it's been a couple years because I questioned him initially and he just blew it all off as misremembering. So I showed him this, and he said, I said, this makes me feel so good. Does this look right to you or totally wrong? And he said, well, this looks wrong. And I said, all of it? And he's like, nah, most of it. And then he replied and said, about 50-50. But I didn't get into it with him. His parents just lost everything in the Northern California fires in Paradise, so I didn't want to pressure him to start arguing and stuff. And I know he's devastated by that. So I didn't really want to get into anything. I grew up next door to this person, and his parents moved up there to retire and just lost everything in the Northern California fires. I mean, how is that a holographic universe for you? I mean, everything's just, holographic. Well, all their belongings for their entire life are just disappeared now. I don't know. I mean, we're so ingrained in this physical universe, but we're not taking any of this stuff with us, so I need to start downsizing myself. Thinking of maybe relocating. Anyway, this here makes me feel really good. Let me know how this image here makes you feel, because this is great. I need this t-shirt. That's about it, everyone. Please vote, comment. Maybe we'll do a live stream tonight. Maybe a little Q&A. The Mandela effect is so mind-blowing. I mean, I'm used to it now. But it's still It's frustrated.